What up, gamers? Welcome back to Kaboom!
Kaboom, kaboom!
We're back with yet another exciting video for you. But before we dive in, make sure to smash that subscribe button to become an NFT millionaire. NFT games, or as most of us laymen used to call, crypto games, have been climbing the ranks of popularity at an exponential rate. And why not? These games literally help you make money just by playing them. Sounds exciting, right?
Yes.
Well, it's true. And since people are selling their selfies as NFTs to earn millions of dollars, I think unbelievable is definitely off the table at this point. But we are not going to talk about just any crypto game. We're going to take a deep dive into Bomb Crypto, one of the most rapidly growing play-to-earn crypto games on the Binance Smart Chain network. I'm going to explain everything you need to know about Bomb Crypto in under 5 minutes. So, without any further ado, smash that subscribe button and let's get started. Bomb Crypto is a play-to-earn NFT game heavily inspired by none other than the classic Bomberman game we used to play back in the Sega days. Developed by a small team of Vietnamese developers, SenSpark, Bomb Crypto has become one of the best NFT games available on the Binance Smart Chain network, with an exceptional ROI, or return of investment rate. Bomb Crypto isn't SenSpark's first rodeo in the game development industry. They have developed numerous games since 2011 for a variety of gaming platforms. However, Bomb Crypto sure is on the path to becoming their most successful project to date. But what is it all about? Well, Bomb Crypto is based on the classic Bomberman game with its own unique twist. It even has an intriguing backstory that sits well with the gameplay of the game. You play as scientifically developed bombers who are tasked to save their city, Bomberland, from the dark forces of evil that are bent on destroying their peaceful world. These evil creatures have taken away your town's wealth, which is the game's native crypto token, Bomber Coin, or B-Coin, that you have to get back. And while you're at it, you have to save as many bombers as you can who have been kidnapped by these monsters. That's basically the backstory that this game is based on. Now, how do you play it? Bomb Crypto is a play-to-earn game, but it's not completely free. In order to start playing the game, you have to have at least one bomber, and each bomber costs around 10 B-Coins. However, the character that you get is completely random. You open a chest, and you get one of the 6 different types of bombers, each with its own different set of attributes. Starting from common all the way to super legend, the attributes of these bombers increase, including power, stamina, range, and bomb count. So if you're lucky, you can get a super legend at the same price as a common bomber. That is, if you're lucky.
That's so upsetting.
The game comes packed with 3 different game modes. The Treasure Hunt, which was the very first game mode introduced to the players. In this game mode, you let your bombers destroy all the chests, which give you a piece of B-Coin as a reward. Depending on the type of chest, you can get anywhere from 0.01 B-Coin all the way to 0.3 B-Coin. Then there's Adventure Mode, which just got released a few days back. In this mode, the player uses a key collected from the treasure hunt to play this mode. The player can decide which hero to use for this mode. The more powerful the hero, the better the reward you get when you finish the level. Each level presents you with a number of enemies to kill. Depending on their type, each enemy has different health points. And at the end of each stage, you have to defeat a final boss to unlock the next stage. You can use one hero one time every 24 hours, and then it gets locked for the next 24 hours. But you can use other unused heroes. Now there's a third mode, called the Battle Mode, which is currently locked, but as far as we know, it will be a multiplayer mode, where you have to fight with other players for B-Coin as a reward. It's a winner-take-all kind of mode that is yet to be unlocked. How do you actually buy and sell items in the game? Bomb Crypto uses BSC, or Binance Smart Chain network, for all kinds of transactions. So you have to first create a MetaMask wallet if you don't already have one, and connect it to the game. Using the B-Coins in your MetaMask wallet, you can go to the in-game shop and buy a character for 10 B-Coins. This character gets minted on the blockchain as an NFT, so you can usually sell it to other players as well using the game's recently launched marketplace. As for the B-Coins that you earn from the game, they will stay in the game until you reach the 40 B-Coins thresholds in order to claim these, which will transfer these B-Coins to your connected MetaMask wallet. From there, you can spend these in any way you want. Or you can just use them to buy more characters. Easy peasy, right? Well, that's all you need to know about Bomb Crypto to get started. But don't take anything as financial advice. Do your research before jumping into any of these NFT games. Check out this video. It's specially selected for you. You'll like it.